Once upon a time, a young couple named Lucy and Tom were madly in love with each other. They decided to go on a trip to celebrate their first wedding anniversary on the island of Dressfoza, a place known for its epic landscapes and lush nature. But what Lucy and Tom didn't know was that Dressfoza was also a dangerous place, populated by pirates and fantastical creatures. As soon as they arrived on the island, they found themselves facing many enemies who sought to harm them. Lucy and Tom were on the deck of their boat, watching the sunset when they suddenly saw dozens of pirates appear out of nowhere. The pirates looked menacing and were armed to the teeth. Wasting no time, Lucy and Tom got into a fighting stance, ready to defend themselves. Tom grabbed a rope and began to whirl a grappling hook above his head, fending off pirates who tried to board. Lucy, meanwhile, pulled out her bow and arrows and began shooting at the pirates, hitting them with each shot. The pirates were caught off guard by Lucy and Tom's resistance and began to retreat. Eventually, they finally gave up and returned to their boat, leaving Lucy and Tom triumphant on theirs. The next day, Lucy and Tom were snorkeling near the coast when they suddenly saw the creature appear from the depths of the ocean. The creature had gigantic tentacles and a gaping maw filled with sharp teeth. Terrified, Lucy and Tom tried to swim as fast as they could to escape the creature, but it was closing in on them quickly. Lucy then spotted a nearby cave and shouted for Tom to follow her. They swam with all their might towards the cave, the creature right on their heels. Once inside the cave, they hid behind a rock and held their breath, hoping the creature wouldn't find them. Luckily, the creature eventually gave up and headed back to the depths of the ocean, leaving Lucy and Tom relieved and exhausted. They hid in the cave until they were sure the creature was gone, then slowly made their way back to their boat, still reeling from their strange encounter. The next day, Lucy and Tom had heard of the treasure hidden on the island and decided to go in search of it. They followed the clues they found, navigating through a maze of caverns and encountering many dangers such as traps and wild creatures. Eventually, they arrived at the treasure stash and were stunned by what they saw, piles of gold and shining jewels. But as they were about to take the treasure, they were interrupted by the arrival of pirates who had also heard of the treasure. The pirates made them an offer: share the treasure with them, or risk their lives to keep it for themselves. Lucy and Tom hesitated, not knowing what to do. Finally, they decided to risk their lives for the treasure and got into a fighting position, ready to face the pirates. The pirates were numerous and well-armed, but Lucy and Tom were determined not to yield. They fought fiercely, using every fighting technique they knew. Eventually, they succeeded in repelling the pirates and seizing the treasure. Lucy and Tom left the island of Dressfoza richer and happier than ever, the treasure in hand and their love stronger than ever. They swore to each other never to forget the adventures they had lived on this mysterious and dangerous island, and to continue to face all the challenges of life hand in hand.